ngenda kwegattibwako bannaffe aba BFSUMA okuleka nti babeerako ne kye batuyigiriza ku nsonga ya breast cancer oba kansa akwata abakyala akwata amabeere bajja kuba nga batunyonyola ebikwata ku nsonga eno. Lwaki naddala mu mwezi guno oguleka nti ate gwa abakyala gumanyiddwa nti omwezi gw'abakyala okubeera ddala wali ng'ennaku z'omwezi 8 paka kati. Twegattiddwako munnaffe John Bosco Aikobua. You are most welcome, John Bosco.
Thank you, moderator.
How's the morning?
Morning is fine, though it was a bit terrific on the road there coming.
It's too much traffic.
Too much traffic.
It's good that you've arrived.
Thank you.
So today we are going to discuss about breast cancer, but first brief us about BFSUMA or what you mainly do.
Okay, thank you, moderator, once again. Good morning, viewers. As my moderator has already explained, I'm by names of John Bosco Aikobua. Today we are going to look at breast cancer, signs and symptoms, then self-assessment, what a woman needs to do as far as breast cancer is concerned. Then as BFSUMA is an American organization.
Yes.
And then its office, head office or factory in Los Angeles. We started
the head office,
right, in Los Angeles, USA, since 2006. Then in Uganda here we came in 2012, and our office is just at Kampala Road, next to Bank of Uganda. Then we have been running different segments for it is a general public awareness on early detection and management of non-communicable diseases. These are conditions that cannot be transferred from one person to another. It is the lifestyle, eating habits, and environments that causes these conditions, of which a segment of it is cancer. So
why have you chosen to discuss about cancer this time around?
Okay, we dedicated the month of March to the women. In fact, it's International Women's Day. Previously, we've been handling cancer itself as a topic, and then we handled prostate cancer as a segment of cancer, and we also handled the erectile dysfunction in line with the prostate. Then today we are on the breast cancer. Then next, we are looking forward to see how we can help women in yeast infections in line with the cervical cancer also.
What is the state of cancer in Uganda as of now?
According to the research of the Uganda, I'm not certain to give you the actual date, but our department, Minister of Health, or maybe General Minister of Health, they will guide us in that better.
Okay. What are the common signs and symptoms of somebody having breast cancer?
Okay, before we go to common signs and symptoms, you need to first understand what a breast cancer is. Breast cancer is just a cancer that forms in the cells of the breast. So that means any woman is vulnerable to cancer. You get it? So as we have already explained, the doctors have said that alongside skin cancer, breast cancer is the commonly diagnosed
type of cancer
diagnosed among the women. Then doctors have also said that the cause of this cancer is just as a result of mutation of cells within the...
What do you mean by that?
When the cells that have become malnourished, or maybe due to other factors, environmental factors, or maybe lifestyle, that can make the cells to become malnourished within the breast cells. Then some of the symptoms the woman needs to look at to see if I'm developing breast cancer or not. Sometimes nipple changes. When you see any change within the nipple, just another change.
As in terms of pain,
in terms of
sores,
its appearance, or maybe anything you have seen unusual within the nipple, you need to seek for medical advice immediately. Then you need to also look at breast pain. Sometimes if you start receiving persistent breast pains, you are likely to be having that problem. Then swelling, any abnormal swelling within there, just to know that you are likely to develop. Then sometimes lumps around the collarbone, any lump you see within that area, you are likely to also develop. And then lastly, redness or rashes
around the breast.
Redness or rashes within the breast was there.
Is it attached to any time period that if in case it pains you for this kind of period, in case you develop sores for this kind of period, then it's like a sign of cancer? Or the moment you see the signs?
The moment you have not been having pains within the breast or maybe on your breast there. But if you start feeling something is coming, something you need to, prevention is better than cure.
Yeah. What do you consider to be some of the causes of this cancer, like the causes to the signs you've mentioned? You talked of the natural causes, human causes. Let's begin with the human causes.
Sometimes, we human beings, we like modified things. You get it? We like modified things.
And it's common with the ladies.
It is common with the ladies. A lady will do whatever it takes her to be beautiful. Or if a lady has identified a particular thing, I want maybe my boobs to be like that, I want them to be out, you realize that they begin either they go and do some other.
They want to do copy and paste.
Perfectly. So they begin developing few things on their breasts. So not knowing that after long run, whatever they have done there can cause them to have the breast cancer. Then sometimes it might also be due to the immunity. Once your immunity is affected, if you don't have strong immunity, you are at high risk that some cells can also become malnourished within the breast cells. So it might also be genetical.
Okay. Oh.
So if you grand were having the history of breast cancer, you're also having a risk of getting the cancer.
Okay. Do you have any environmental or human, like any other natural causes?
Other natural causes, entirely, those are the few areas a person needs to look at. It can be genetical, or maybe the lifestyles we put ourselves into.
Looking at
make a cell to become malnourished within the breast cells to form the tumor. Looking
at the human factors, we've seen some ladies say bleaching themselves. We've seen some ladies, as I hear and I assume, somebody says having a small breast and wishes to have a big breast. Somebody is having a big breast, wishes to have a small breast. Could those be some of the causes for this cancer?
Most of the times, if your skin cancer is
trying to manipulate your nature,
skin cancer is different from breast cancer. That's why you said. That's why from the beginning I said that alongside skin cancer, breast cancer is common diagnosed among the women. Then now, anything you do on the natural natural God given.
The moment you change the natural setup.
The moment you change the natural center of anything, you're like for example, if you begin bleaching this skin, you want to become brown, you are damaging the skin melanin. So we shall tackle skin cancer
next time,
a topic of its own. Then or even also the same with the men. Most of the times men they want to enlarge their male organ, they want it to become bigger, or they want it to perform better. At the end of it, they also go for other natural things that they begin using that can deform it, the natural sense within that organ. So alongside that, how women can make their boobs to become bigger or maybe smaller, you are damaging what God has created.
Is it subject to any age range?
Age is also again another factor. That one brings us to the risk factors. Risk factors that can trigger someone's likeliness of getting the breast cancer. To start with, increase the age. So any woman who is becoming aged,
like from which age?
At least from 40 and above. If you're not taking good care of yourself, you don't take care of your
you are more vulnerable to this breast cancer.
True. Then other factors might be also personal history of breast cancer. These are not the risk factors a woman needs to look at. Then a family history of the breast cancer, or sometimes inherit. You can inherit it. Inherited goes that increases the risk of cancer. And then radiation exposure. Sometimes you go and get some radiation treatments on your chest as an adult, or maybe at the adult age. You're also likely to have breast cancer. And then sometimes, as a woman, if you also begin your periods at early age, at least according to
what do you mean by early age?
According to normal health of a lady, she's supposed to start at least the menstrual period above the age of 12. But due to the lifestyle we have
hormonal changes,
due to world is not becoming .com, due to hormonal imbalance related things. You realize that a young girl can begin experiencing her periods at the age of either 8 or 9 or maybe sometimes 10 or below.
That's already abnormality.
That's already abnormality. So such in case if a lady starts receiving her periods at that early age like that, so that's a sign of abnormality. So such a person is also risky to get breast cancer. Then another maybe factor, the last one that we can look at, having your child at old age. You know, sometimes some ladies they delay to get a child. At least if a lady reaches at least above the age of 30, then she failed to have the child at the earlier age, that means she's also at a higher risk of getting breast cancer. And then lastly, alcoholism. You know, some of the women, or maybe some of the women, they are addicted to alcohol. So alcohol is very, very dangerous. So
upon receiving all those signs, symptoms, what could be the way forward up, or when somebody discovers that has got the breast cancer?
Now, the way forward, preventive measures. Let us first look at the general advice.
The preventive measures.
Preventive measures, and then we come to now how we as the BF we come in to help in that. Then the first preventive measure a lady needs to do is self-examination of breast regularly.
To check on the other signs that you talked about.
Yeah, I'm going to take you through self-measures a woman needs to do regularly to check for the breast cancer. So you must do regular self-examination of breast. Then you must maintain good weight. You know, if somebody who is obese is also,
what do you regard to be the good weight?
Good weight, when you calculate your BMI, that's the body index mass. If it is okay, most we say somebody is obese. Are we together?
Yeah.
Obese people, they are at also high risk of getting not only breast cancer but other healthy related
diseases.
Diseases. So you make sure that you get a medical expert. You can also visit us at our facility. Just I want to know my weight, whether the weight I'm carrying is the perfect one. So you need to. Then now you must choose also a healthy diet. If you choose a healthy diet, it will give you, it will prevent you from getting different diseases. And then
what could be the component of that healthy diet?
Okay, on your healthy diet, it involves you must eat more of greens than this fatty meats, and then that also involves you eating in time, and then eat more fruits and vegetables, and then you must take enough water.
Not chips and chicken all the time.
Chips and chickens, these are modified. We call
fast foods.
First class foods. They are not they are not good for our health. They are the root cause of many of us gaining a weight or developing different abnormalities, or even. To make it worse, nowadays our foods are genetically modified.
Yeah, true.
So you can see that
the risks are more.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
So you can see a healthy banana, yellow, very big, but at the end of it, if you take back our historical fruits we used to get from the villages, they used to have taste.
There's a big difference.
There's a big difference. So adding the genetically modified kind of life we're into to
it has increased the risks of getting such diseases.
True.
Now you as BF Suma, how have you come in to save the situation?
Okay, as BF Suma, we said we are Bright Future Superior Unique Manufacturers of America. Our drugs are carefully manufactured from USA, approved by international health regulatory agencies worldwide. That's a good manufacturing practice of USA, halal. That is to tell Muslims that our foods are not haram to the Muslim community. Then also National Drug Authority of us in Uganda, not forgetting UNBS. Before any of our product steps in the country, it has first go through
UNBS.
Those processes. And then now, to tackle that, we have a variety of immune boosting products.
Okay.
If you define immunity, our first show was talking about immunity.
Yeah.
Let me go in 1 minute towards that. Immunity is the ability by which the body protects itself against viral diseases, or maybe different diseases. Then, due to our human lifestyles or maybe behaviors, but we don't get the nutrients that the body needs to keep itself strong or to boost the energy. So that's why do we need to supplement as human beings, or as we as the human beings, we need to supplement in order to bridge that gap of bad cooking habits.
Yeah, based on the weaknesses in our eating habits. So that's when you come in to boost the immunity.
Perfectly.
Okay.
That's where, as BFSMA, we have nutraceuticals, combination of organic food nutrients and herbs. So under immune boosting products, we have more than 8 different products. I'm only going to mention 2 because I happen to be the ambassador of Pure Unbroken Ganoderma. It is the king of herbs. It is life-saving pills. Many of my customers outside, I know they are following me, and many of them, they have been using that product, and they know how good that product is. So Pure Unbroken Ganoderma, it is a mushroom. Ganoderma is a mushroom. In China they call it reishi, or in China and Japan. Then that mushroom, it's not all about the product. You know, there are many also social media.
First of all, can it be got local here?
No.
You just import it.
All our ingredients
are imported.
Are imported from
USA,
European countries, and then manufactured from in USA. So we bring them. We bring here the ones which are already in finished products. Then now, this Ganoderma, its active ingredient is the main ingredient in Ganoderma is the main ingredient in Pure Unbroken is Ganoderma.
Yes.
Then as BFSMA, we also go ahead to break that Ganoderma into the smallest particles to allow absorption, whereby we extract the 2 active ingredients. These are triterpenoids and the polysaccharides. Then what are the roles of these polysaccharides in the body? The first role of this polysaccharide in the body is to suppress the cancer cells. If at all you are developing some abnormal.
So that's at the junior stage of the disease.
True.
Okay.
So this polysaccharide also helps to suppress the tumor in case if there is a formation of any tumor within any body cell there. Then once you are on this Pure Unbroken, it will be separated away completely. Then it protects the 5.
So that one first of all calls for early testing.
Early testing is
the moment you detect some symptoms, you test, and the moment you detect
for example, how can somebody know that my immunity is very low? Most of the times you begin feeling tired easily. Dizziness. You have just reached the office, you're already yawning. Or even maybe your wounds are taking time to heal. Or sometimes unnecessary, uncalled for flu, constant flu. Sometimes some digestive complications. You begin receiving some digestive complications. Or sometimes insomnia, lack of sleeping. You are not. You go to the bed, but you are not sleeping. Or maybe sometimes general body pain. You just feel.
Sometimes people attach that to stress.
Stress before you become stressed, that's why there is deformity with the cells. The cells are becoming tired. So it is a signal of low immunity. So this Pure Unbroken will help to boost the body energy. It protects the 5 vital internal organs of the body. These are the liver that helps in the filtration of nutrients. Then the heart being the main pumping organ in the body, and the brain. Among others. So this Pure Unbroken is really very good. Then we also have refined Yunji. It also contains polysaccharides, but the difference between refined Yunji and Pure Unbroken is the concentration.
The components?
The component of refined Yunji is also racy, but the difference is the concentration in refined Yunji is a bit lower than the one in Pure Unbroken. So as a human being, you need this Pure Unbroken at least twice in a year, just to keep the body immune.
BFSMA, or which advice would you give to somebody whose breast cancer is at an advanced stage?
When your cancer is already at an advanced stage, we normally refer them to go to hospital. It has to first go for proper administered by the medical experts. You know, for us, we are distributors. Then we take time to practice health. We take time to BFSMA offers comprehensive training about health, about non-communicable diseases. So through that training, our distributors are able to get expertise in medicine, but not for chronic diseases. There's a difference between non-communicable diseases and the communicable diseases. Communicable diseases must be administered by hospital first, and then you come and you come to us to boost the immunity in order to fasten the healing.
Sometimes it's time that is not on our side, but you give us your last remarks regarding the issue of breast cancer.
The last remarks, before I give you the last remarks, remember I told you I need to give you self-assessment. How can a woman do self-assessment every morning? As a woman, you are watching outside there. For you to detect sometimes this breast cancer earlier, you in your room, lie on your back, put up your hand on one side to make the breast to come out. Try to touch around. Any unusual lapse you feel within that area, just that might be a red indicator of the breast cancer. Turn it around the breast to check for the nodes or maybe lapse within that area. Then secondly, you stand in front of the mirror, look at yourself, look at the breast. Anything you have seen unusual within the breast there, just know that you are likely to be developing breast cancer. And also you try to squeeze the nipple. If you see any
foreign body,
any foreign discharge, anything like a discharge coming through there, or maybe sometimes you have witnessed the readiness of the nipples, they have become too much, or anything you have seen unusual
on your breast,
you need to seek for medical advice. Then lastly, my advice for women outside there is let us appreciate what God has given us. If anything God has given you natural, don't modify it. Just know that the outcome of whatever you are modifying will result into other healthy complications.
I think that's where the biggest challenge is with ladies.
They want to develop huge bumps. They want
modifying their body.
To modify everything. So at the end of it all, they are at the risk of getting different health, not only breast cancer, but other health-related complications.
Beauty has become a challenge to most women.
Too much. In fact.
Okay, Bwana John Bosco, you give us your contacts.
Thank you very much. Before I give you my contact, allow me to thank the moderator for hosting me. And thank you very much my management, that's the beautiful management, and Mr. Baguma Davis, I know you're following me. Thank you for always bringing us to give this information to the viewers outside there. In case you have any of these complications, or maybe you would like to know about your health, we offer general body diagnosis, general body checkup, examine of all the body organs, body systems of just visit us at Kampala Road, or you can call me 0750 98 46 20 or 0787